Hey everybody, and welcome to part 2 of the 3 great games. I'm going to do 3 overlooked games on the Wii today. Ones that either just didn't sell very well or did well, like they were like re-releases from another console and people had already played them before. But I'm going to start it off with a game called Madworld. That's what that looks like. Madworld was one of the first more mature games that came out on the Wii, and unfortunately it was just wrong time, and I don't think, honestly, wrong system too. No mature bloody games have really done fantastic on the Wii, especially brand new titles, not re-releases, and Madworld only came out on the Wii. It was one of the first games by a company called Platinum Studios, and Platinum games are fantastic. All of their games that have come out I've enjoyed. They also put out Bayonetta on the PS3 and 360 and Vanquish as well. Both of those games are just really unique in their genre, and I definitely dig them a lot, and I'll definitely talk about them at another time more in depth. But Madworld, it is very bloody and gory, very mature language. The game sort of is like has a game show universe vibe. There's announcers, there's sort of like mini games and like sports stuff in there, like you play human darts. Very cool graphics. It's all done in black, white, and red. The voice acting's really cool in it. The characters and the bad guy designs are fantastic. It's not terribly long. It is only it's actually a 2-player game for the mini game parts. But if you happen to be looking for something that's a little bit more mature and not like a kids or a party game, family game on the Wii, and you've already played stuff like Resident Evil, the Resident Evil games that are on there. Madworld is definitely something to check out. It's definitely just worth a look in the sense of the creativity of the art style. The second game I want to show is a game called Muramasa. It's Muramasa the Demon Blade. It is made by a company called Marvelous. Marvelous put out a game very similar to this called Odin Sphere on the PS2. Both games are very like a cult hit sort of niche titles. The art style in this is really beautiful. It's a 2D or 2.5D, I guess, game where it's side-scrolling. There's a very clear definition between like what's in the foreground and what's in the background. But the animations of the characters and the creatures are super, super superb. You pretty much just go along hacking and slashing at enemies. There's a ton of different weapons to collect in the game and use. It is only a 1-player game. They do offer pretty much every control style that you can play on the Wii using the Wii Remote, the GameCube controller, the little classic controller. So there's a lot of different ways you can play this game. I would definitely recommend it for if you just like, not arcade style, but just more of, hack and slash, run left to right. Not a lot, there's no investigating things, there's no, puzzles really. It's a good game. Give it a try. And the last one I want to talk about is a game called Okami, which Okami came out on the PS2, and it actually did really well. It was the last game, I believe, that was put out by Clover Studios. They did the Beautiful Joe games and a game called God Hand. All their games were very unique. This game in particular, you fight all the enemies in the game with a paintbrush. It's a cosmic paintbrush, and all the attacks are done in stroke motions with the Wii Remote. On the PS2 it was just done with the controller. But the graphics in the game are pretty much like a painting. I mean, it's really hard to explain to someone without just showing them or playing it. Everything has really thick outlines to it. There's sort of like a little bit of a blur or smeared edges to a lot of things. The main character you play is a wolf. If you like games like Zelda, there's really not too many options on the Wii for just a great classic action-adventure game like a Zelda. This would be pretty much your other bet. There's just so many good things to be said about this game. From the length of it, you can put in a lot of time with it. The story is very Japanese, ancient culture, the gods, and a lot of the areas you visit and stuff like that are just sort of surreal, and they look like they're from, taken straight from Japanese scrolls and, paintings and art. Definitely give Okami a try. It's one of my favorite adventure games of all time, and definitely one of my favorite games on the Wii. Like I said, especially if you played Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess on the Wii, definitely give this a try. That's about it for this time. I just really wanted to show, some Wii games that I just did not get, played very much. And now that the Wii is on the way out, we have the new Nintendo console coming out in June, and there won't probably be a lot more big name titles coming out for the system. Especially, the Marios and Zelda, stuff like that. They're all going to be, onto the new system to help sell that. So, it's a good time to, if you still own a Wii, go back, check out some of these games. A lot of them you can get used for pretty cheap now. I think all three of the ones I just mentioned you could probably find used for less than $20. I know Madworld goes for really cheap now. But yeah, that's about it. Give those games a shot, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.